Hello, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the stop motion in the beginning. It was just kind of a, something I wanted to try out and see if I enjoyed. Well, I did, actually, because I'm really enjoying the stop motion thing. So we're going to follow up on the FEP swap on the Elegoo Mars. I am on print number 3. First print was the Rook. That was a test print. I did 50% of that, stopped it, pulled the print, and it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Second print, I did 3 figures on this particular print to see if I had adhesion across the build plate, because I did notice, and before I changed the FEP, I had this little tiny bit of a deep, like a variance. So on the facing the printer all the way to the right, I had the very end, I would have a little bit of curling at times. So it would just kind of curl up a little bit. Not enough to make a print fail, but enough to, I don't know, to be concerning. So the first full run of prints that I did, I have removed the support structure from. That was a request of my customer. But to give you an idea, this is the support raft that goes on the bottom. And as you can see, this is very true, very flat. All of them looked like this. So that's perfect. The figures themselves, as you can see, and I apologize if the camera doesn't like this, but here's one. It's done real well. These have gone through the curing cycle, so I have already cured these, so they're not, sticky resin. And so yeah, these ones are going to get a little bit more. There is still some supports that are on here, not much, just a little bit here and there. It's going to require some more fine tools to get into. Unfortunately, it's like you just can't do that with nippers 100% to get a nice smooth surface. So these are probably going to go through one more cycle on my UV. Since I've changed the FEP, I am absolutely hearing the snap that everybody was talking about. I had heard it a little bit from time to time on the original FEP sheet, but now I'm trying to see if I can hear it now. Yep. I'm hearing it on just about every single layer now, to a degree. And I know people were talking about that being a thing that you wanted to hear when it was printing. It is absolutely doing that constantly now. So it used to be when it was printing, I would just see the printer going up and down, up and down, up and down. And now those layers, I'm hearing that as it's pulling off of the FEP sheet. So whether I did something wrong or whether I did something right, I did absolutely no research into swapping out the FEP sheet the way I did in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, please do. But so far it seems to be working great. Like I said, I know nothing. I didn't look at any YouTube videos to figure out if I was doing this correctly or not. I probably should have, but you know me, I like to break things. That's my thing. And I am getting ridiculously good prints off of this. So, and I haven't had any issues with leveling either. It felt like I needed to re-level every time I took the build plate off. I mean, granted, I'm not taking the build plate off anymore because I don't really need to. I'm just taking the scraper and just kind of pulling the parts off. The parts drop off not easily, but not hard. I don't have to use a huge amount of pressure to get them off the build plate, but I'm using the the tapered side of the spatula, the scraper. So the bevel is facing away from the build plate, so when I go onto it, that narrow notch is going between the build plate, and it's just coaxing it into the part raft. I've also switched it to these being 5 millimeters off of the build plate. That has done an amazing job. So I'm ending up with more support structure than I would like, but because of the way I need to get these pieces done, I am okay with that. Yeah, it's a waste of filament. I don't like doing filament resin, but at the same time, I want to get a really good result. So I'm going to be looking for some other parts to try out. I don't know, here shortly. I have some parts to reprint because I had various issues with previous parts. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how the FEP is holding up. So far, it is holding up like a boss. I'm very happy about that, and I will see you guys on the next video. So thanks for watching.